invasion. Something is coming in great.
That's your girl, La Quintel. This is I Talk Back After I Listen. Another Woody podcast, right? So I just wanted to start out with some random information, right? Did y'all know it was illegal to own feathers? I know, that's such a weird, like, who stood up and thought about that? Like, ooh, let me write that down. Make it illegal to own feathers, to collect feathers, to be in possession of feathers. That's a good one. Like, what treaty agreed to that? I would have loved to have been in the room. Is it illegal to own feathers because they have a spiritual meaning?
From a-z-animals.com. Feathers have significant spiritual and cultural importance in various cultures, including shamanism, Native American traditions, South American healing practices, and ancient Egyptian beliefs.
That's the real reason why it's illegal. She was trying to dance around the question. Girl, answer me. Don't make me act up. Don't make me act up, Alexa. But yes. I just wanted to start off with that random fact. That's me. Like, I'm random as heck. So I think I might start dropping little random jewels, and I hope they stick with you. Like, did you know eating 7 almonds, exactly 7, can cure a headache? Yeah, I'm just so random like that. But anywho, another day, I came to slay. So I just wanted to talk about my last podcast. Ooh. Because why was she everywhere? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm a girl and I have 20,000 photos in my camera and I have no storage. And so every time I try to get on here and record, it kept stopping and I kept having to erase things out of my phone and apps. And as I was erasing the apps, slowly was I erasing what I was about to say. My memory was getting swiped away because, like, why are you playing in my face like that? Why do I keep having to stop? I don't like nothing like that. So that's what happened. I touched on some really good points. I don't know if you noticed, but this isn't scripted. I do not write these down. I do not practice what I'm going to say before I get on camera. This is 100% all my thoughts coming at you live as I'm thinking them. Remember my first podcast? If you haven't heard how I got my podcast slander, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's everywhere. You could go there. I'm not only visual, I'm audio. I came audio before I became visual, okay? My podcast been out since 2020. Catch up, okay? So, how I got my podcast slander. I hear voices, okay? And they be having full-blown conversations. And so I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, the interval is so good. Like, it's better than what I'm giving y'all. So, here I am trying to communicate it effectively and efficiently to you all so you can pick up what I'm putting down. If not a lot, small chunks, okay? Stay with me. So I noticed that on my last podcast episode, there were probably some things that were like, such as me saying like, well, I don't want to start there. That's a little provocative right there. But I know most people will be like, Trina lyrics, like, what Trina lyrics did you, like, how did you associate that with your life? But, like, what, like, Trina has, like, what is it? That's like, I'm the baddest. Like, that is an affirmation. Like, that's not the word I wanted to use. That's the affirmation, right? Like, that absolutely should go on your vision board. Like, the baddest bee. Like, what? Confidence has been on 10,000 ever since. Like, don't play. Okay, so that's one of them. And as I mentioned, like, you just take certain things and put it into characteristics that you want yourself to be like. I think that's fair. I think everybody should take a little piece of life, of their favorite quote in a movie or, Bible verse, and convert it into what it looks like to them. Um, because I feel like only then will you know like who you are, because you've molded yourself, like you've created that version of who you want to be. So when I said that once people realize that they have free will of their life, like you can you can live a much better life than the one that you're living, because you don't have to like live in those memories or those negative thoughts, right? So I know what I want to talk about. So, and it ties into this because I think like, and tell me if I'm wrong now. Y'all start leaving some comments. I'll be getting messages, DMs, but we can do a Q&A, if anybody ever disagrees. Or agree, but or have any questions. Q&A is questions and answers, but I love a good debate. But also what I was trying to say is, have y'all ever thought about this? And it's just a new perspective. It's a new year. Let me just throw some of my perspectives around, right? So, scenario. Let's say you're working, right? Everybody loves to work, right? Because working means you're making money. And, ooh, did I say everybody loves to work? Because don't put me in that category. No. I like my money to come to me easy, okay? I've been asking the ancestors for more of it, okay? I'm looking at this concept, right? And let's just say you're working, you have a job, and you're, providing for your family, and, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to work that job, that particular job, right? You don't want to be there with those particular people, right? And let's say you get fired, or you quit, or your contract ends, whatever the scenario is on how you and that job departed. Now, here's your opportunity to live this whole new life that you wanted. Why don't you live it? Or why don't we live it? And I want to include me in that because, goodness, there's been so, like, I once I get a little bit more comfortable, sage, spray y'all down, evil eye protection, don't send none of that negative energy my way. Maybe I'll involve y'all more and more and more into my life. But if you already know my life, then you know how I'm living. And I'm not like doing it like this, like it's fat and just like, blah. I'm like, I be at pool playing. Okay. All right. So anyway, so why? Because I've had this moment so many times, right? But I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need a job, right? Because I'm not working, right? My contract ended. I need a job, and I'm like, devastated that I'm not employed. And I'm just like, beating myself down, not trying to enjoy life because, girl, why are you trying to enjoy life and you're not working, right? Like that's the mature self, right? Like that's the mature thoughts that you're having, right? Because you got bills, you got to provide, and you're like, miss out on life because it's grind time, it's and don't get me wrong, grind time is something serious than just versus just like not being employed. Like you can be on grind time and employed at the same time. Okay. So no, I'm saying like you're just like hard on yourself. We're just hard on ourselves and beating ourselves up. And all along, days are going by. And we're just sitting in the house applying, crying, and mad because we don't have that source of income anymore. But all along, that's not even what we wanted to do. We wanted to put on wigs and do our fingernails all day. That's what we wanted to do. But yet, like when we have that moment, we don't do that, right? We don't do that. And I want to know why. Like, why when we be at work, staring out the window, we be like, oh, if I wasn't at work today, I would go to the park and hang out all day, or, go and be at the bar, whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, why when you have that free time, don't you utilize doing the things that you want to do? Is it the fear of like, I don't have no money to do that? And we use it as, we honestly as people, we do that all the time. Oh, I don't got no money to do this. Girl, going to the park is 100% free. Now y'all know I'm not lying. Why is we sitting there making up excuses on why we didn't go to the park? Why y'all didn't take them kids to the park? You didn't do absolutely nothing all day but work and look for a job. Because I tied that together. Like, looking for a job is work, right? That's all you did that day. Why you ain't take that dog walking for an extra long walk? Matter of fact, it was for you, to clear your mind, to get you out of the house, you know? Like, why didn't you utilize that time to get to know your surroundings more? You know, like, why don't we do that as people? Instead, now we're depressed and feeling irresponsible because we don't have a job. Like, what? Like, our thoughts has to align with the universe. Your thoughts need to align with what you want. Your thoughts become your reality. So if you at work wishing you was outside, and then you get the opportunity to go outside and you don't go outside, then something is wrong with the picture. You're not doing what you said you wanted to do. You're not standing on business. As y'all are out here saying, why you not standing on business over here? What you wanted to do? Like I said, y'all wanted to do. There be a lot of stuff that's really free that we know about and still don't do it because we don't got no job. It's 2024. I want to encourage people to do exactly what they wanted to do when they don't work. When they at work. When you at work, what you think about doing when you get home? Watching TV? So you want to sit at home all day and watch TV? When you don't got no job, do you sit at home all day and watch TV? You should. You ain't got no job. Watch TV. Like, what, nobody gonna call you at 2 p.m. and say, hey, you come clock in right now. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So this is even like for like people that's like beating down on their spouse about like watching TV all day. Like, if I just sit here and apply for 22 jobs, they're not gonna tell me to come to work today. So, like, get off my back about sitting here watching TV. I want us to be free of those things. I want us to be free of those things. I want us to be free of thinking that we always supposed to be working, that we always supposed to be doing. I want us to be free. I want us to be free. Are you listening to me? I want us to be free. Break out of that reality that we must be working full time, all the time, on the grind, and missing out on life. Come on. That ain't right. That's not right. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. Shout out to the people who get to work 10 hours and are off for 3 days. Or, you know, like, shout out to y'all. That's beautiful. But it's tragic also at the same time. That's crazy. Shout out to the people who have 4-day work weeks now. Shout out to the people who work every day, but also play. Shout out to us. Shout out to us. Like, ask the universe for what you want and stand on it. Like, don't switch up. You done put it out there now. Now you gotta wait 365 days. So you say. Because, you know, say in the New Year, everything start over. For those thoughts to start manifesting, right? It depends. Did you use cinnamon when you asked for it? I don't know. I ain't in your business like that. But it's just like, when you get that moment, you say, oh, I ain't going to be working. I'm about to go to the gym. Why you ain't going to the gym every day? What is your excuse? Because you don't got a job? If you don't download the Indeed app and 5 squats, 5 jobs, 10 squats, 10 jobs, whatever. Like, like some stuff you can make a challenge, but not like beat you down challenge. Like, we're not here to beat ourselves down. I'm talking to myself. I don't know if it's just me as a person, but I'm so hard on myself. Even the way I talk to myself is just hard. And I always try to tell people, like, I don't talk to you how I don't talk to myself. Like, how I talk to people, I talk to myself like that. And sometimes it's not like, it's blunt, it's honest, and that's how I am with people. And this is a strainer. It has my tea that I make myself, my tea blend in it. So, just FYI. I just want us to be more gentle with ourselves. So, this is what I want to know. Why aren't we pursuing what we really want to do in those moments? Why aren't we seizing them, you know? Like, if you said, oh, I want to be a content creator, I'm going to get out and I'm going to go create some content, but then you lose your job and you don't go do that. Or you tell yourself, like, oh, I can't enjoy the things that I want to do because I'm supposed to be grinding or I'm supposed to be on a hustle. But that's not what you asked the universe for. You didn't ask the universe for that hustle. You didn't ask the universe for that job. You asked the universe for whatever you asked for. And when it presents itself, we squandered. Even myself, I just made that in my last podcast, not my last one, but the one that I said I lack consistency. I do a lot of stuff. I'm good at what I do. And because I lack consistency, no one gets to see that those moments, you know, like, no one gets to indulge in those. Not even myself, because I'm half doing it, right? So that's why I had to get on this camera tonight, so I can stop half doing stuff. Like, I know my time is about to get busy, and I still want to put out these episodes because I'm now doing myself a service, right? This is my job, and I have to show up for myself. So, like, why aren't you wearing that outfit that you want to wear? Those shoes that you've been saving? Like, that hairstyle that you want to try out? Why are you waiting to do it? Like, let's start showing up as ourselves, doing what we want to do. I mean, I've been doing that. You know, I've been doing that, but I just like to include myself in stuff to make people feel better. Sometimes I do that a lot. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but you know, I'm play the role sometimes. I want that for everybody. I want everybody to show up as themselves. Like, this self that you was afraid that was gonna be rejected. This self that you haven't got to express. This self that you have been hiding. And I'm saying that for myself. My whole life, I've been dating conservative dudes. I'm a Sagittarius. And then I sometimes go by Harley Quinn. Now, what have I been doing with conservative dudes? And I had this conversation. This dude asked me, because he was just like, why are you, like, what's good? And, like, what kind of dudes you be talking to? And I was just like, well, honestly, it was the both of us. It wasn't them. It was just, I'm so rough. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm so rough. I mean, I'm clean cut, but I'm so rough. And and it's just because I'm a product of my environment. I've seen a lot of stuff, but I adapt, you know. And I grew up in far North Dallas, in Allen, where we had to suppress being this color, and the guys that grew up. And the guys are people in that area. Majority of their parents were married and they had parents. And they only lived on one side of the street and never ventured on the other side of the street. And I have always associated myself with dating those particular type of guys because I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. And, you know, he was like, oh, you been dating lame guys. And I'm like, no, they was not lame. Because I wouldn't consider any of the guys that I dated lame. Like, we had fun. Just didn't work out. I don't think they're lame. And he was like, let's look up the definition of lame. And so I'm like, key. I'm like cracking up because obviously the definition of lame is boring. And I'm just cracking up because, oh, that's so good. That's so good. You're totally right. They've been boring. And I've been having to suppress another side, like who I am. Like, my last dude that I dated for the longest told me, like, oh, we're not alike. Like, I don't celebrate stuff like you. And like, it really turned me off. Like, dang, you out here working a lot, accomplishing stuff. Like, give yourself a break. Like, hell yeah, I want to celebrate. Hell yeah, I want to cheers. Hell yeah, I want to toast. Hell yeah, I want to turn up. Like, if whatever it feel like I need to do to celebrate in that moment, I'm gonna do that. Well, thank God and pat myself on the back. I'm gonna do that because I'm out here doing it. And he was right. We not alike. I don't like that for me. I don't want to be around nobody I'm not alike. I'm too much to pipe down. Like people, just Nicki Minaj said it best. They paint their own picture and they try to crop you in. As I'm sitting here noticing that the last snippet of the podcast didn't record, I have to just sit here and record it, okay? Because what I was saying was the song, Nicki Minaj. They paint their own picture, try to crop you in, but I will remain where the topic begin because I am not a word, I am not a line, I am not a girl that could ever be defined. So it's just like, go after people who match your personality. Stop trying to dim your light, be less of, like, or be more of because you don't match those people. And that's just what you have at the time. Like, no, release those things so greater things can come to you. So you could shine your light to the fullest potential. Like 2024, go after what you desire. Stop half-ass doing it. Stop moping around when you have that free time to be that person that you want to be. Like, let's start being that person. Let's start being that person ultimately. And that is what I was trying to say. So, it's your girl, La Quintel. So I talk back after I listen. A Woody podcast.
Direction is changing. I'm guessing I'm in the wrong lane. And our faces become estranging. My life has begun elevating. Uncomfortable.